While the world is watching both Ukraine and Israel, China continues to build up its military. The Pentagon is betting big on American innovation to counter the threat. CBN national security correspondent Caitlin Burke reports on a new strategy to flood the zone with a new generation of high-tech weapons.
Over the last 20 years, as the U.S. fought in the deserts of the Middle East, China focused on accomplishing the largest military buildup since World War II.
The PRC worked with focus and determination to build a modern military, carefully crafting it to blunt the operational advantages we've enjoyed for decades.
But Deputy Defense Secretary Kathleen Hicks says America still holds a significant advantage.
Our ability to innovate, change the game, and in the military sphere, to imagine, create, and master the future character of warfare.
That belief drives the Pentagon's launch of Replicator.
This is about mastering the technology of tomorrow.
The Replicator Initiative centers around the strategy of countering China's mass with autonomous systems that are small, smart, cheap, and many. Hicks says a key will be drawing on systems already in development across the military branches, then determining what's ready to rapidly implement and distribute to key military assets.
That's the beauty of what software can do for hard power. Delivery doesn't take several years or a decade. Our investments in data, AI, and compute are empowering warfighters in the here and now in matters of months, weeks, and even days.
This new buildup will involve systems like the drones used in Ukraine for intelligence, surveillance, targeting, and launching attacks.
Launch.
Leaders of this program have been admittedly vague on details of the Replicator Initiative, which has defense experts questioning the reality of implementation.
It's a cool idea. How it actually takes root and is executed is the real question.
Using the Ukrainian drone example, the Heritage Foundation's Dakota Wood points to the challenges of using that kind of system in East Asia.
In the Indo-Pacific, you're talking distances of hundreds of miles, 900 miles to Japan, 1,800 miles to Guam. If I'm having to fly this thing 500 miles or 1,000 miles, just to have the fuel to be able to do that requires a larger platform. If I want to carry ammunition that is viable against a large target, like an airfield or another plane or a ship or something like that, again, more payload. So we're talking about the growth in the size of the aircraft, almost to aircraft size. Where is the field that I am operating these from? And if they're non-stealthy, they present a signature, wouldn't it be easier for China to shoot them down?
There is no mission complete standard for the Replicator Initiative, rather a goal to continually adapt and deter.
We must ensure the PRC leadership wakes up every day, considers the risks of aggression, and concludes today is not the day.
The initial 2-year ramp-up would attempt to field many of these systems during the same time frame that many predict China will move on Taiwan. And experts believe the winner of that battle will be whoever has the most autonomous systems in play. Caitlin Burke, CBN News, the Pentagon.
The military buildup race in full view. Thank you, Caitlin. Gordon, back to you.
Yet another arms race, and we're seeing it played out. Drones have been absolutely key in the battlefield in Ukraine. They've also been key in the battlefield of Armenia. Azerbaijan had military drone technology that Armenia didn't have, and it allowed them to absolutely control the battlefield. Are we getting into a new arms race? Absolutely. And all the promise of AI to make life better, when you start turning that into weapon systems, well, that promise evaporates very quickly. But we're in it because we don't trust the other nations of the world, and have they given us any reason to trust them? We don't trust them to say, no, we shouldn't develop these kinds of things. Let's not continue to invent new systems where we get to kill each other and kill each other remote control. It's been the ongoing promise of technology, but it's the ongoing curse. And when you turn into push-button war, where there aren't any casualties on the battlefield, you're just whose machines work better. Well, then that's a world, frankly, that I don't want to live